causal and non-causal systems. Now let's look at the definition of causal system and non-causal system. Causal system is defined as output of the system is independent of future values of input, and the non-causal system is defined as output of the system depends on future values of input at any instant of time. Okay, so here what is this mean is like it doesn't depend on future values, but it can be depends on present or past value or both at the same time. So let's look at some example so to clearly illustrate this one. So let's say for the example 1, we can say y of t that is equal to x of t. So here if you look at this is a present time, so the output of the system, that is y of t, that is dependent on the present, but it is independent of the future because we don't have any future value. If you see anything with t plus, that is the future, but here we don't have future, so it satisfies this condition. Okay, now let's look at another example. If we have something like example 2, y of t that is equal to x of t and x of t minus 1, and t minus 1, if you see a minus sign with the t, like t and minus and something, that's a past. So this output of the system is dependent on the present because the x of t alone. So this is a present right here, and this is a past because t minus 1. The only condition it has to satisfy, it is independent of the future. So as long as you don't have any future, it is a causal. Okay, and if we look at non-causal, it is opposite, like the system depends on the future values of input at any instant of time. If we look at an example, let's say we have example 1. Example 1, let's say we have a output of the system that is dependent on x of t plus 2. Now if you see a plus with the like t plus something, that's a future value. So this is a future, so the system the output of the system is depending on the future input, therefore this system is non-causal. Okay, and let's look at another condition. Y of t, now let's say we have x of t and then x of t minus 1 and then x of t plus 1. Now if we don't have this t plus 1, this is automatically causal because this is a present right here, this is a present, and this one is a past. Okay, and since it has a future value, that changes everything. If you have one future value, that automatically changes this one into non-causal. Okay, so as long as you have a future value, it's non-causal. If you don't have any future value, that is automatically causal. And there's also something called anti-causal, that is straight opposite of the causal system. Anti-causal and non-causal are different. For the anti-causal, the condition is it only depends on the future values. So if we define anti-causal, anti-causal is the output of the system is only dependent on the future values of input. Only on future values of input. And even if you look at this one right here, this one is non-causal. Let's use a different color. So this one is a non-causal. At the same time, this is the anti-causal as well, because this one only depends on the future value. We don't have any present or past. So this is a non-causal, at the same time anti-causal. And if you look at this one has a future value, so that automatically non-causal. But this is not only dependent on the future value, but it has a past value and present value as well. So this is not an anti-causal. Okay, all the anti-causal are non-causal, but not all the non-causal are anti-causal. So that's the only thing you have to know. And other than that, that's it for this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you guys on my next video.